This morning, a decision expected today on a Melbourne ISIS bride's bid for freedom. Pauline Hanson claws back support in the latest polls as Labor's popularity dips. One man dead and a woman fighting for life after separate crashes on the outskirts of Melbourne. And a lucky escape for this scooter rider in Adelaide's CBD. That's all coming up on the Sunrise Early News.
Live across Australia, this is Sunrise Early News.
Good morning. The ISIS bride accused of terrorism charges will today learn her fate in a Melbourne court as the magistrate is set to hand down his bail decision. Police oppose bail being granted to Rayanne El-Houly after court documents allege she filmed herself training her own toddlers to use a rifle. She is charged with being a member of a terrorist organisation and entering or remaining in a declared area after leaving Australia for Syria in 2014. The offences carry a maximum 10-year jail term. Pauline Hanson will land back down under soon following a provocative UK tour. She spoke exclusively on Spotlight last night about her ideas to improve our nation's immigration policies and hit out at her critics.
Do you think, Senator, this concept of mass deportation is a good one?
Oh, I love it.
You love it.
Why?
So
that's exactly what Britain wants to do here. I'm not like the other politicians, Liam. I will say and do what I want to.
Let's get live to Jasmine Turlings in Canberra. Controversy seems to follow the right-wing senator wherever she goes. Jasmine, how has it affected her polling position this morning?
Well, good morning, Eddie. I think that Pauline Hanson will be pleased with this new polling out by NewsPoll overnight. That's despite the controversy that's followed her with her latest Sicilian trip, including an appearance at a Dolce & Gabbana fashion show and, of course, her appearance on far-right podcaster Tommy Robinson's show after falling 2 points last month. The One Nation leader has recovered by a point. That's now put it neck and neck with Labor, both polling around 30% of the primary vote on the three-leader preferred. Anthony Albanese is still ahead with 46%, Pauline Hanson 32%, and Angus Taylor still trailing behind with 22%. Now, all these movements are within NewsPoll's margin of error, which is between 2.5 and 3%, which still suggests maybe One Nation has hit its ceiling in terms of support. Eddie.
Thank you, Jasmine. A young man is dead and a woman in her 20s is fighting for life after separate crashes on the outskirts of Melbourne. He was killed in a head-on collision in the Dandenongs, while she suffered critical injuries in a foggy crash that police say turned a family outing into a horror show.
A scenic, windy road deep in the Dandenong Ranges. On this unassuming bend, a young man was killed. He was just 22. An off-duty nurse and paramedic tried to save him, but after his ute smashed head-on into a black SUV, his injuries were too catastrophic. A man and a woman were inside the SUV. They were seriously injured, airlifted to hospital. 10 hours prior, police were racing to another crash in Kitani, southeast of Melbourne, that has devastated a family of 4.
This is an example of why you've really got to drive to conditions. There is a family now that's living a horror story.
On a back country road before midnight, the local father in his 50s was driving the family Mercedes. Police say he missed a stop sign, crossed a main road, then launched down an embankment.
The young girl from the back seat is in a fight of her life at the moment. Her mum, who was the front seat passenger, is stable but still very seriously injured.
Both were taken to the Alfred, the father and his other daughter to Frankston Hospital with minor injuries.
There was some fairly substantial fog patches around this area. It's dark, you've just got to be careful.
A major police investigation is underway after a wild chase spanning 2 states that's seen one man killed. The 25-year-old man, allegedly armed with a gun, sparked a chase with police outside a fast food restaurant on the Gold Coast. Police say they made multiple attempts to stop him over 65 kilometres, spiking his tyres twice. The man continuing on his rims, losing car parts until eventually stopping down an embankment near Yuki. He was removed from the vehicle and found to be unconscious. Police performing CPR, but he couldn't be saved. A modified lever-action long arm was seized as the investigation continues. It's been a long night for motorists in Sydney's west after a traffic light outage sparked heavy delays due to roadworks. Traffic lights were switched off for work in Clyde at a major intersection of Parramatta Road and James Roos Drive just after 10 p.m, forcing vehicles into one lane before cars were diverted. Backed up traffic was made even worse by a partial lane closure from the M4 off-ramp, pushing traffic into the already delayed stretch of road. The Brisbane government is being called upon to deepen their pockets ahead of the Olympic Games, with fears they won't be able to meet their targets in time for 2032. Experts are concerned the current budget won't cover 17 new venues, 4 athlete villages plus additional operational costs, urging the state to lift spending to $20 billion. That's $4.5 billion more than currently budgeted for, with taxpayers likely to pick up the cost for the shortfall. A helmetless Adelaide scooter rider has made a lucky escape after being hit by a car on Hindley Street in the CBD. The rider can be seen crossing the road just as cars begin taking off from a green light, with the rider hitting the front end of that blue sedan there you can see before toppling head over heels and landing on the road in front of the white car. Shockingly, the rider picks himself up, collects his scooter as passers-by run in to help. We're checking Monday's weather now. Brisbane shower or 2 and 23. Sydney partly cloudy and 19. Canberra morning frost, sunny and 15 degrees. Melbourne mostly sunny and 16. Hobart partly cloudy day today, 15. Adelaide mostly sunny, 17. Perth couple of showers and 17 degrees. And Darwin sunny and 31. So to come on the Sunrise Early News, commemorations 110 years on from our nation's worst military disaster at the Battle of Fromelles. And a private audience with King Charles today for the UK's next Prime Minister. That's next on the Sunrise Early News.